The energy of the person I am channeling right now in your energy vicinity sees you as a piece of art. They're holding, looking up and down and reading you, your energy, like one of the most precious artwork their eyes have ever laid on. The energy I see right now is somebody that's walking through almost an art show. And you see so many beautiful pieces of art, right? But you never think about how bad, like, you're like, oh, I love this one enough that I want to take it home. I just have to have this piece of artwork in my home. How much is it? Most of the time you go to an art gallery, a museum, take it as it resonates. And you just bask in the beauty in that moment and you move forward. You see, this person has seen so many different sides of you. This person sees, though, that all your sides, they're authentic and they're only allowed to be opened to individuals that have the key. Your house, your mind, has stations. You're very divinely protected. But the other thing is you take care of yourself. Not only do you understand that, yes, this is only one part of our existence right now, but it's still reality. And there's still laws of physics. There are still integrated things that you have to keep remembrance and like staple in your life, that this is important. I am in this realm, this 3D existence. So I have to take care of the body. I have to care about nourishment. I have to care about and understand that humans are sponges of where they put their mind, what they put in their body, where they lay their head, etc. You in recent times have felt very called to cleanse, to purge, not only feelings, but literal physical objects and etc. You've been cleaning. And you've probably done things that you, for months and months, were like, oh, I'm going to get to that, I'm going to get to that. And you got to that. You got to it. You see, not every single part of your defense, not every single thing you state, do you have to be so hyper analyzing and afraid that you could say the wrong thing is what they want me to state, really? You see, as you're cleaning and purging, it's crazy how our mind and our doubt can just wrap around the things that it knows it fears most to happen or repeat, because not only is there an energy here of understanding to not overgive, to not put yourself in situations where you can even feel that level of tension, that you take on responsibility for things that aren't you. I sent somebody that could have, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but the energy I feel is somebody that could have PTSD, or at least a deep form of embedded trauma. And it's crazy how your mind will try to just wrap up on different subjects and say, look, that's a cycle repeat. That's going to lead to an absurd thing to happen. As you have cleansed your area, your home, your mind, everything, you must see the only thing keeping you in your fruition to continue going to the next steps. The only thing that's keeping you believing what the parasite, what the fear wants you to think could happen. Has not been able to even do any 3D signs crossing into this world. It's all in here. It's been what ifs. It's been miscommunication. You and a person are in a sense of miscommunication right now. Two people that have defenses up to the other, and I see that there's really no need. Both people are afraid of something. They were afraid of an imbalance coming in the connection. This is interesting energy. It doesn't even necessarily feel like a love reading. It could, it could very well be a love reading, but somebody's wanting to talk to you and state that they have learned and grown. They miss what you brought to the table in their life. This is an interesting energy. They are stating they don't feel that you're a player. They don't feel that you are making things up or doing things for just gain. This person sees you as a really deeply beautiful individual. They understand that you're not perfect and they're not perfect. But it's about the courage to reach out. It's about the courage to see we have all had people that hurt us when we were younger. And for things to not happen again, we would try to go about things differently. Sometimes that's throwing up way too many barriers. Sometimes that's getting defensive. Sometimes it's confusion. And you feel those things, and instead of realizing this is a moment of growth for us to talk and expand together, immature tendencies could have actually came out. So you have somebody that you worked very hard with, built a good rapport, etc. And there was a sense of two very strong individuals having both of their own egos clinging on to a piece of fear that was never true. Yeah. Ever since you guys have separated, they've definitely focused on not only their inner child wounds, but a lot of how to be in touch with their own willpower, to not feel like somebody's always trying to point the finger at them, blame them, do something to them. Nobody in this situation ever wanted the other person to lose anything. I really do have an energy of you and another person having a communication moment. What is this inspiring? Yeah, it's stating that there was so much tension and what ifs, people trying to plug into their energy and take from them, that they didn't know who they had to separate from, so they separated from everybody almost at once. You have to remember how divinely guided and protected you are. And Spirit is saying there was a moment that you were embraced to talk about clarifying something. There was a moment where understanding of a line could be crossed. And something about keeping two parts of your life separate, but not in a state of pretending one doesn't exist. For a lot of you, this is a friend that could have turned into a business partner, or this is somebody of a work environment that you felt you disappointed. You both were afraid that you disappointed each other. Going through each other's minds, this is so hard because God, you both have been through some forms of deceit and just want peace, and I'm feeling almost like a sense of crying. What I sense right now is your guys' dynamic being able to grow even farther from this. I have 2 soldiers that have been through so much and are deeply meant to be a positive force in each other's lives, connect things, and grow together. Assumptions have made a deep impact. Assumptions being felt one way and being able to see signs. I have 2 individuals that are deeply psychic and have started to understand that they can see signs, but in the moment they could actually be letting fear decipher them incorrectly. Spirit wants to remind you that they don't yell at you. They don't make you feel forced to make a decision in 1 second. If you felt tension, if you felt that heart accelerating, not in a way of taking a leap of faith, in a way of feeling like somebody's trying to push you, that's not spirit. That's your fear. That's your ego trying to make you make decisions. You have a big story to tell the world, and you're going to need soldiers and people by your side. So they're stating when there is this conversation with this 1, 2 friends, family member, business partner, however it resonates. When you have these conversations, address all of the edges, all of the lines. Understand you both were just trying to protect yourselves, but you're inquiring for more. Your friendship, your connection, your partnership is going to help a lot of others. And it looks like both of you had to know who in your life is trying to take advantage of you versus promote you. Both of you are promoters of each other's lives, not takers. Alrighty. That's what I got for y'all today. Pretty more of a serious reading, but definitely something that is supposed to be talked about. Definitely something that is meant to return. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.